Okay, y'all. Now we're gonna make some salsa verde. Okay, so guys, okay, so I'm going to make salsa verde, but um, so I'm making it like the salsa at Abuelo's, which is one of our favorite places to eat Mexican food. Um, it's kind of sweet, kind of tangy. It's really good. It's my favorite salsa at Abuelo's. And so I'm going to attempt to make it the same way or make it similar anyway. So I'm washing my tomatillos. I have them in the sink. We got a lot going on here, but I'm getting them washed up. So I have about 10 pounds because I'm going to can them. Alright. So I have about 10 pounds. Okay. So, anyway, hubby is still working over there, so there will be a little bit of background noise. But I'm going to get these washed up, and then I'm going to get them onto a baking sheet, and I'm going to bake them in the oven. I'm going to roast them, I'm going to roast them in the oven at 425. And I'm thinking I'm going to leave them in there about 10 minutes, 15, but we'll see. I'll let you know exactly how long I'll leave them in, okay? All right. BRB.
Welcome to our channel.
Ballers by Design.
You do it too much.
Okay, so after getting all of my tomatillos washed up, I did dry them off and put them on baking sheets on top of parchment paper because I wanted to make sure that they didn't stick. While the tomatillos are in the oven roasting, I'm gonna go ahead and get my jalapeños chopped up. And I will be sure to leave all of the ingredients and the amounts used in the description box in case you want to follow along or make this later. Alright, so once my tomatillos were done, they took about 15 minutes, okay? I put them into this large pot along with some garlic cloves. Also, I'm going to be using this whole bunch of cilantro. And I didn't chop up the cilantro. I just basically tore the leaves off because when I use my immersion blender, it will blend those down. Okay, so now that I have all of my cilantro added, I am going to add a pound of chopped pineapples, juice and all. I'm just going to throw that into the pot as well. Now that that is done, I'm just going to do a whole onion. Now, I thought I was going to be able to put a half a slice of onion on there, but of course it was too big, so I had to cut it into quarter pieces to get them chopped up. As you can see, I am struggling because I was trying to use still too big of a piece. I should have cut it down even further, but I didn't, so I had to put some muscle on it to get it through. Alright, I think this was my last little piece of onion, getting that chopped up. Now I'm going to add all of these ingredients to my pot. So this is the whole onion and the jalapeños. The reason that I went ahead and pre-chopped the onions and the jalapeños is because I don't like crunching on peppers and onions when I'm eating my salsa. So that will help them blend even better when I use the emulsion blender. So now I'm just giving it a good stir, and I'm going to go ahead and add some seasonings to this. And it doesn't take much. You can kind of season it to your taste. So, of course, I'm going to add some kosher salt. I didn't really measure it. I just poured some in my hand and poured it in the pot. And then also I used some black pepper. By the way, if you like music when you're cooking or studying or reading, there's a new YouTuber out there, The Quiet Storm. Head on over to his channel. He has some really cool content that you may enjoy. Now for the lime juice. I am using a full cup of lime juice. Hey, since you're still here watching, I hope you consider subscribing to our channel and go ahead and like, leave us a comment, and share the video, as that helps grow our channel. Okay, now that that's done, we are going to add a full cup of white distilled vinegar to this mixture as well. Now for the honey. Now y'all know I don't always measure, so I'm just gonna pour until it feels right. I think I probably used maybe about 1/4 to maybe 1/3 of a cup. Okay, y'all, here comes the fun part. Now, please excuse my plug all up in the camera, but that was the closest one that I had to my workstation, so y'all don't talk about me, okay? Now, I'm just going to use my immersion blender to get all of my ingredients mixed together and well incorporated. And I want to get those tomatillos broken down, the pineapples broken down, and of course, that cilantro as well. I am going to go ahead and blend all of these ingredients together until it is at the consistency of a salsa. Okay, you guys, so it is pretty much at the consistency that I want, and it actually looks just like the salsa at Abuelo's that we all love. So I had to just give it a little taste test to make sure there was nothing that needed to be added. At this point, you can add more seasoning or more honey to your taste, but after I tasted it, it was just perfect for us. That's really it, you guys. I'm actually really happy with how it came out. It wasn't too hard to do. I am going to put some in a jar and put it in the refrigerator for us to enjoy now. And then I'm going to can the rest. If you think that's something you may be interested in learning or knowing, just let me know, and I may do a video on that later. But just take a look, you guys. It looks just like the salsa at Abuelo's. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and get it canned. And voila, this is the final result. We have Salsa Verde Abuelo style for at least the next 6 to 8 months, and I'm happy about that. Okay, again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. We love y'all big. Bye.